Hi everyone, this is a continuation of how to solve literal equations, part 4, medium to hard. These are almost exactly like the part 3, but a little different. So this is for extra practice basically. So basically what we want to do is solve for a. And the first thing I'm going to do here is cross multiply. I'm going to cross the a up there and 1 times that. So g times a is ga. And 1 times this is just that. Now, when you solve for a, you want to group your a's together. So what I'm going to do is move this 2a on to the left side. Basically, you're subtracting 2a from both sides. So that cancels there and you get 1. Now, to isolate a, we're going to factor out an a. That's kind of like dividing without losing your divisor. So a divided by a is 1. So you're going to get g minus 2 equals 1. We still haven't isolated a. So this is multiplying here, so we can divide by g minus 2 on both sides. That cancels. That equals 1. So 1 times a is a equals 1 over g minus 2. So basically we isolated the variable and solved for a. Okay, here's another one very similar. We solve for x, but we have 1x on the left side and 1 over here. So I'll move him over here by subtracting him from both sides. So you can get xm minus x equals z. Now what I'm going to do is factor out an x. And by doing that, I'm dividing both of these by x. So when you divide by x, you get m here. X divided by x is 1, so minus 1. Now we're going to divide both sides by m minus 1. Those cancel, that equals 1, so x times 1 is just x, equals z over m minus 1. Okay, here it's nice because they already put the x's on the right side. So I'm going to factor out an x. Basically, I'm dividing both of these by x. That cancels, that cancels. So you get k plus y equals u. Whoops, looks like a y. Alright, now we're going to divide both sides by k plus y. That cancels, so you get u. Why am I making my u like a y? Alright, u over k plus y equals x. Okay, the next one, we have to solve for a. We only have one a here, so we don't have to do that factoring thing. But we have to move these guys over onto the left side of the equation. So basically what I'm going to do it in, since this is part 4, I'm going to add 9 and add 3b to both sides. So I'm adding 9 and 3b. This gives you 0, this gives you 0, so you're left with 9a over here. So you get c plus 9 plus 3b equals 9a. And then to solve for a, we just divide everything by 9. That cancels, and honestly I would just leave the 9 like that. If you have to, you could put 9 under each piece, so I'll do it over here. I could write this as a equals z over 9 plus 9 over 9 plus 3b over 9. If you do that, then you can reduce this equals 1, and 3/9 equals 1/3. So you could write this as a equals z over 9 plus 1 plus 1/3. 1 times b, that would just be b over 3. That's like 1/3 is right there. 1 times b is just b. So to me, this looks nicer, but it just depends on what your teacher wants. Alright, here we have to solve for a. Luckily, we only have one a, So I'm going to move this 3 over by adding 3 to both sides. So negative 3a equals 2n plus 3p plus 3. Now I'm going to divide everything by 3. So I get negative a equals 2n plus 3p plus 3 over 3. Alright, and since we have this negative, we can't have that. So I'm going to multiply this by negative 1, which is negative 1 over 1. This makes it a positive a, which is what we wanted. And now just distribute the negative. So everything's going to be negative at the top. And if you need to put it under each piece, you can. But to me, this looks better like this. Alright, next is the last one, which looks like the hardest. The first thing I'm going to do is cross multiply. Move him up there, multiply. So it's Ka times u equals 1 times negative 2a minus 3. So we have Kau equals negative 2a minus 3, because 1 times that is just that. We have to solve for a. So I'm going to group my a's together like I did before. So you get Kau plus 2a equals, that cancels, so we get negative 3. Now let's factor out an a, because that's what we're solving for. That's an a. That means we're dividing everything by a. And you get Ku plus 2 equals negative 3. Now divide everything by Ku plus 2. That equals 1, so a times 1 is just a. So you get a equals negative 3 over Ku plus 2. And that is all. Okay? That's it. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.